tonight. Where do you pick things up?
I thought we had a decent start. A lot of good shifts in their zone as soon as we got it deep. Felt we had some momentum going. Did some good things. Second period, I thought we had some good O-zone time. We were started getting a little too passive, a little sloppy defensively. And then in the third, I didn't think we had the same push as we've had last few weeks here. And again, we're too passive defensively.
You guys got to feel like if you could hit the back on the net, I think there were plenty of chances there.
No
SMCU, Vanek, Rasmussen.
Yeah, we had a ton of chances tonight, but that's how it goes sometimes. They're not always going to go in. That's when you got to play solid, strict defensively, and you still give yourselves a chance to win.
How encouraged are you for the power play, maybe especially going forward with Michael Rasmussen? I mean, he had that tip-in denied in the second and scored a goal and the assist on the late goal, just the way he is around the net.
Yeah, no, that's one of the things that he does so well. He uses his body to his strength, and not just on the power play, but 5-on-5. I thought he had some monster shifts all through the game, really. So it's nice to see him come back here with confidence and play a real good game tonight.
Ras, after it's been so long, how did you feel out there tonight?
Yeah, I felt okay. I think obviously going down to GR helped me, and it's never easy coming back from injury, but I felt okay.
In what ways did it help you?
I think just getting the legs back under you. I think traditional game shape. There's nothing really like game shape. So yeah, just getting back into game action.
It seemed like you handled the puck with a little more confidence here tonight too. Did you feel that? Did you sense?
Yeah, I think every night I try to gain a little bit of confidence and kind of get better every night. So I think yeah, I was handling it okay tonight. So
How have you maybe felt your game as far as improving around the net, just getting adjusted from the first month to feeling more comfortably around there now?
Yeah, I think it comes with practice. Obviously, work hard in practice to master moves or get better in that area. So it just comes from a lot of practice, and yeah, it's definitely getting better.
Can you describe your goal? I mean, obviously your long reach helped you a lot on that.
Yeah, just a good pass from Franz, and like I said, just try to reach around him and put it in. It was just kind of a putt.
Jimmy, what do you reflect on when you look back at today's game?
Missed opportunities and they capitalized on theirs. Whether we had a great look or whatnot, either they got a stick on it, we missed the net, or Flower made a huge save. So we definitely had opportunities, we just didn't capitalize on them.
How have you seen Michael Rasmussen progress just since October, November?
He looked great tonight. After his conditioning stint down there with Grand Rapids, he came up here and he played with a lot of confidence tonight, and that's great to see.
Is it encouraging too how adept he seems to have been already in his rookie year at being around the net and staying there?
Yeah, he's sort of he's found his niche here in the NHL. He's got to use that big body, create havoc in front, and just get a stick on pucks or, bang on rebounds.
Is this a story of opportunities missed in your mind or something else?
Both. In the first there, you want to walk out with a better lead than what we had, and we had opportunities in the second on the power play as well. Before we got behind as much as we did, I thought we kind of gave away goals. I think you have a real good kill, and then they get a kind of a dirty goal or whatever. It's the way it goes sometimes. And then we're on a power play. It's a pretty good power play. We don't recognize the clock well enough, and next thing you know, that's in your net. And then off an O-zone face-off, it's in your net like that. So you can't give away goals like that, but you got to score on your opportunities for sure. Well, I thought Ras was great. I thought it was the best game he's played all year for us, to be honest with you. I thought, I think good for Ken and the management group to kind of recognize a good plan, to put him coming off a long layover, have him go down, get going, get that confidence going. I thought he was excellent last night in Grand Rapids, and I thought that confidence carried forward to today. Just had the puck more on his stick and was way more confident. He's a menace around the net. He's going to, as I've said here, lots probably, he's going to score 20+ in the league eventually, because he is real good around the net. But I also thought he carried the puck and did a lot of other things, so I thought he played real well.
It's a sign of how much confidence you have in him that you put him out in this situation like you did
Yeah. Yeah, I thought he was playing. I thought he was really going, you know, and I think he's an elite net front guy. Even as a 19-year-old, I think he's an elite net front guy. So those two things, the fact he was going and he had earned that ice time, and so I gave it to him.
You seen him, I don't know, just the one game tonight, but any differences?
Sorry,
In
Ras.
since net front play, his growth in that area from the start of the season, is he doing anything differently that you noticed?
I would say, I would say from the beginning of the year he's been very good net front. I don't think that's the area where he really. I think he's been good the whole year, to be honest with you. I think there's a little bit of improvement in areas that we've talked about as a coaching staff and with our development group, with led by Sean Horkoff. Just little ways to rotate around the net a little bit better to get himself in better position to elevate the puck and those types of things. He's got a real willingness to go to the net. He's a big man, so he's a hard. He really can screen, but he's also hard to move out of the way, and he's got good hands in tight there, and he's a good tipper. So I think he's a real good net front guy.
At that part of the ice, how dependent on opportunities are you there, and how much can he actually kind of create from that spot versus having to wait for something to be there?
Say that again. No, sorry, I'm not correct.
Like down when you're playing that way, how much of it is where you're trying to most how much
Yeah, you know the puck has to get delivered there. So if the puck, you could be the best net front guy in the world. If the puck never gets delivered, then you're not gonna create much. You know, we never shot enough pucks when Thomas Holmstrom was here. You know, he'd come back to bench every time, shoot. Those guys want the puck to get delivered, so they're dependent on that for sure. I thought we did a good job of delivering the puck tonight in general on the PP, but just overall, I think we've done a pretty good job of that. So I think it's a little chicken of the egg. I think the more you're there, the more the puck's going to get delivered there. So you just got to keep going there and creating chaos.
Was he able on his goal though? He was able to. He makes plays in short periods of time, not a lot of space. I mean, his reach really came into advantage on that.
Yeah, again, his package net front's very good. I think he's going to be an elite net front power play or an elite net front guy for a long time in this league. He studies it. He cares about it. He wants to be there. He knows that's where he can score goals, and he's got good hands in those tight areas for sure. So I think his package is very good in those areas. I was more impressed though with the rest of his game. You know, like I think he's been that way most of the year. It's the rest of the game that gets you more ice time, and I thought the rest of his game was real good.
How did Larkin work to you, and what went into the decision to play him?
Well, the decision process is we talk to our medical staff, and you say, you know, if they say absolutely not, then he doesn't play. If they say he's 100%, then he plays for sure. And if they say here's his availability and here's the potential risks, and there's always going to be some risk when guys are coming back. It's usually not black and white, and so we had that discussion. I talked with Larks. If Larks was, if he didn't feel real comfortable with it, we weren't going to play him, and he went out on the morning skate, told me, let's see after that skate, and he went on the morning skate, felt real comfortable, and felt like he was ready to play. Larks was he was fine. He wasn't as dominant as he's been through lots of the year, but he played fine. He didn't, you know, I didn't think it necessarily. I think, you know, he didn't practice on Tuesday, so now that's 3 days off. So I think that had a bigger effect than anything else. I think when you're missing skates like that, it's hard sometimes.